Alright then guys, welcome to the video, welcome back to the channel, and today is an incredibly exciting one because the entire time that I've had the Enkei RPF1’s on the EP3, I've basically always known that I wanted to change the colour and I'd never got round to it, but today is the day because I've been invited down here by JR Auto Centre to get the wheels changed colour. We're going to basically go through the process of that entire thing today, and I'm going to walk through, because I've never seen this happen before, the entire process from going from the black to the colour, which I think I've always really wanted. So although the black does work really well with the theme of the car, I do feel like the Enkei RPF1 is too good of a looking wheel to actually be hidden by the black. I just don't think you see all the details of it. Also, if you were following me on Instagram, you would have seen that I ended up curbing this wheel. So although this was already going to happen, the timing is kind of good, I suppose, because the curbing of this wheel is actually going to get sorted today as well. So this is the last time these wheels are going to be black, because these are coming off and going straight in the acid dip. So let's get these things off and start the process of the day. Cool, so all four wheels are off. There's two have just been carried down here. So obviously the tyres have got to come off before you can do anything. Here is the actual colour. So this is the code if any of you are wanting to come here and get this done. This is the sort of colour. Let me show you in the sun. It's obviously quite hard to come out on camera, but as you can see, it's sort of like a bronzy goldy kind of, well, especially like this, you can see the pigment in it. It's showing that it's not all just one flat colour, which is super cool, and I think it's going to look really good on these wheels. So I've actually been given a pot to be able to mix this into, so I'm going to pour a little bit out. Got a paintbrush. Yeah, this is cool. There's like a black or something in there that I guess obviously gives it that colour, so as you mix it, it doesn't actually like mix away. And you look at this bit at the top, that's obviously the colour closer to what it's going to be like when it's actually on the car. Okay, so this is the acid room, and as you can see, you need full protective gear because this is some pretty crazy acid. So the wheels go in here for about an hour or so, depending on how strong the colour is, to actually come off the rim. So they're obviously all just going to get dunked in here, and then it's just a waiting game to see how long until they come out, basically. Looking forward to seeing these when they come out all in that raw silver. And just like that, fast forward however long, I don't actually know how long it's been, and these wheels are done, and wow, it is mad seeing them silver, and it's funny seeing the paint just hanging off them. And here is the first wheel out of the acid dip. I mean, even in silver, they would look good on the car, to be fair. Basically, the plan now is that obviously this is the first of four, and as you can hear in the background, the rest of the wheels are getting blasted down. And obviously, I can't go in there because you see that guy was in a full suit. But this thing looks super cool now. It's so cool just to be able to actually see the wheel in its rawest form. So this is going to be really hard to see, but this one is actually the curbed wheel. So you can see the damage here all around this edge along here. It's good to see it like this, though, that it isn't as bad as it looked when it was black. Obviously it's going to get repaired today anyway. You can also see where the Enkei sticker was on the original colour as well. And just because we can, because the car's right here, this is what it would look like with the silver wheel, I suppose, which I guess is the colour most people run this wheel in. And so there is all four of the wheels stacked up, so it's now ready to move on to the next step. I was just having a look along the row of just rims that are here, and it turns out there is an EP3 wheel just here. Look at that. So obviously the wheels need to be dry before anything else happens, so that's what this heater right in here is doing. This machine is basically just going to show whether this wheel's buckled or anything, so I'm hoping all four of these are going to pass. And the first one was all good. So as you can obviously see, the edges are getting sanded down now, and the other three wheels are here, and they're obviously all good to go. So basically what's just happened with that wheel is now going to happen with these if it needs it. So this thing is basically a all-round sandblasting machine, so you don't actually need to get in there with your hands and hit it with a gun or anything. This whole machine does it all automatically. So this door shuts and it does its thing basically. So I'm going to be really interested to see what it looks like when it comes out of the sandblasting machine. Okay, here we go. So it's been in about 5 minutes or so. Even like that, it looks cool, to be honest. And this thing is now ready for paint. You can see the difference the sandblast has actually made. What's really cool though, obviously, is like here at JR, they're obviously using the top of the line latest equipment to do stuff like this, because I've never seen a machine like this. This is a serious bit of kit, and as you can see, the result is pretty impressive. So wheels have come in and it's now going into the oven. God, the heat coming off of this is crazy. So yeah, so in they go now for 20 minutes and we'll see them on the other side. And here is the paint getting ready, going into the bottle. So it goes in this bottle and then this gets attached to the spray gun, basically. Whilst my wheels are in the oven, just thought it would be cool to show you guys some diamond cutting as well, because JR can offer that too. And again, this is another state-of-the-art machine that they're doing this with. These wheels have been painted black and they're basically now gonna get hit with this CNC to create that mirror finish that you see on diamond cut wheels. So this thing's just getting prepped up now and I'll just show you the process. So what is happening right now is that this is like a probe that's basically measuring the to and from points, I suppose, for the wheel to be able to actually cut the right amount off of the top surface to be able to get that finish. So as you can see, it's now mapping out exactly where to cut and going along one spoke. So here comes the blade, getting ready to actually start on the wheel. So this is where the cutting will actually happen. It's time, and obviously doors have to close because you don't want to get any swarf absolutely smashing you in the face while this thing's doing its thing. So here we go. And there you go, that is the difference that 5 minutes in the machine can make. This wheel, as you can see, is now being finished by hand to get the burring off of the edges of each spoke. Look at this thing, that is completely finished and looking super fresh. Crazy that that can happen in such a short period of time, but obviously you can see the amount of precision that goes into actually getting this set up right and everything. Again, yeah, if this is something you want doing to a set of your wheels, definitely hit up JR, because obviously, as you can see, this bit of equipment is pretty incredible. Okay, super loud in here and also super warm. I'm currently wearing a hoodie, don't really want to be wearing that anymore, but look, wheel comes straight out and then, whoa, I can feel the heat radiating off that. That's crazy. And now it's going to get some black powder coat on it, which again is something I've never seen in person, so it's going to be super cool. So they're going to go back to black just for a bit. So that just obviously covers up the mating face. Never want powder coat or paint on the mating face to the car. And then just look at that, straight away. And because the wheel is so hot, this powder almost melts on impact, basically. Look how quickly this thing just turns back to black. And then basically that goes back in the oven for another 10 minutes for that to dry, and then I guess you obviously swap round, get the next wheel out, and the process is repeated for every wheel. And in goes the final one into the oven. So we'll see these guys in a bit. Time has come, the colour is going on. There we go. So this is now heading back into the oven for another few minutes, and obviously the next lot will come out and we'll repeat this process with every wheel. There goes wheel number 4, that is all of them painted. Now it's time to let these guys bake. The wheels have gone in the oven for another 10 minutes, and then once that 10 minutes is over, it's then time to do the matte lacquer, which, because it's matte, it takes 2 stages. Here is the moment of truth. They're coming out of the oven. Hey, look at how sick they look. So again, this is another powder-based lacquer. This is actually a gloss lacquer. Even though I'm going for a matte finish, you gloss first and then you go with the matte over the top of this after they go back in the oven. This is just like basically an extra step because I'm obviously going for the matte finish. So whilst we wait for the wheels in the oven, I just thought I'd say, as you saw earlier, my wheels didn't have any buckles or anything in them, so no sort of repairs were needed. But the good thing about coming to here at JR is that they can offer repairs, so you don't actually have to replace a wheel. It's far cheaper to weld the wheel and actually fix it that way. And if you're thinking of changing the colour and have something wrong with the wheel, or even if you don't want to change the colour and you just need to sort out a wheel and you don't want to buy a new wheel, make sure you hit these guys up as well, because they can sort that out for you too. And that is the centre caps done. It's going to match with the alloy perfectly. And the time has come for the final coat, which is going to be the matte finish. Out they come. So I don't know if you can actually see on camera the difference, but this wheel is just the gloss and this wheel is the matte finish. And it's really hard to pick up, but for me, the matte finish looks so much better than the gloss. Obviously, they're all going to be going like this now. The last two wheels are done and ready to go in the oven. This is the final baking process now, so when these come out again, they are done. And so here they are, guys. This is them out of the oven for the final time. I mean, they're obviously extremely hot right now, so they're going to stay in here for a bit and cool down. But this is the first look at them fully finished, basically, and they look so cool. I'm so glad I went with the matte finish because it really just makes sense with this color. I can't believe these are my wheels. When I got these wheels, I was on about doing this from then, and that was almost exactly 3 years ago. They are in black. I will probably end up changing that color in the future. And the fact that I've actually finally gone through with what I said I was going to do is just, it's so cool to see the vision I had back then in person now, if you get what I mean. I can't wait to see these on the car. So these are obviously going to cool down here for a bit. So this is the first time I've seen them in daylight and they look so good. Obviously these are all ready to go for the tyres to go back on. We are minutes away from these things ending up on the car. I cannot wait to see what they're going to look like. So the valves have to go back in. What's cool about the RPF1's is they come with a valve that you actually mount in, like they're like bolted down, which I just hadn't seen before I got these wheels. Car's going on the ground. I haven't actually looked at this yet, so I've deliberately been standing here so I haven't been able to see them on the car at all. I've not looked at a single wheel on the car, so let's have a look for the first time. That's so sick. Oh, the red pops way more now. I didn't think it would pop more because of the black obviously made it so obvious. Oh, that is so sick. It completely changes the look of the car. What? It just gives it a bit of extra spice. It's like more JDM, I guess, I don't know. It's just definitely shows how bad my brake calipers are now. I need to get those redone. Damn, that is amazing. Let's get this on the road so I can actually see it from the side. And here we go, guys. Oh my God, does it look sick. So the centre caps aren't in just yet because we're waiting on the matte coat over the top to dry. So those are coming, so I will show you that once they're here. But just, this is my first time actually being able to stand a decent way away from it and actually look at it. I don't know what it is about it. It just looks more sporty. I don't know what the word is to explain it. It gives it a completely different stance. And I think it's because the black wheel doesn't blend into the black tyre anymore. It sort of gives it its own identity. And then the red just pops so much. It's definitely obviously very different from how it was before and how it's been for the last 3 years, but it's definitely a worthy change. I think it looks absolutely amazing and I cannot wait to actually get these centre caps on and get the car clean, because annoyingly it did rain on the way here and it is raining again now. Classic. That centre cap definitely just finishes off the wheel, makes it all look super nice. Sorry, future Ollie here, super quick. I forgot to mention actually that I have also ordered the Enkei stickers from Enkei in Japan. So I know, as amazing as the wheels look, they do look a little bit naked without those stickers at the moment. So I've got those stickers on order and, well, they're coming from Japan, so they'll be here whenever that is. I haven't actually been given a delivery date yet. Huge shout out to everyone here at JR for today for helping get these wheels sorted in 1 day. This is actually not their usual service, so they usually would take about 3 working days. So if you're interested in getting booked in here, they offer either 3 working days and they'll give you a set of wheels to run in that time, or if they don't have any wheels, they will turn it around in one day. Hit them up and use my code OR10 to save yourself 10%, because that's right, JR are now a sponsor of the channel, which is super exciting, which means I get to save you guys some money as well. It's been so interesting to be able to actually see the process of everything that goes into even refurbing these wheels. They also do brake caliper refurbs, so future video incoming. And also, if you've got some damage to a wheel, obviously it's cheaper to get it repaired, and JR can sort it out for you as well. So they can do welding here, they can sort out buckles, all that kind of stuff. So these guys are your one-stop shop for doing anything wheel related, really. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. Leave a comment down below on what you think of these wheels. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit up JR if you want to get your wheels done just like this. And don't forget to use my code OR10 to save yourself 10%.